Oh, are you having the best day ever? I am, because we're going to be going through reasons 9 through 12 on why you got to eliminate those DAX calculated columns. Oh, we're on a journey through all sorts of reasons. Hopefully you've watched 1 through 8. We got more after this stuff. But let's head in and talk about this stuff, all right? What are we talking about? Why do we want to eliminate DAX calculated columns? Well, we have 20 reasons on there, so hopefully you've seen 1 through 8. This is, what the heck are we at? 19, oh, I even forget. But there's 20 of them, all right? So this is number 9. Holy cow. All right, so number 9, this blows up and can easily destroy your load times in your models. And since nobody stops with one DAX calculated column, one column always turns into a bajillion DAX columns. Like, fixing what's causing your load time issues is a nightmare of awfulness. I almost swore. Apologies. I don't like to swear, but troubleshooting this is something that has kept me up for nights on end. As like you get to a point where you can't fix it. You turn to someone like me, and hey, if you need help, like, reach out. I can help you out. Head over to CraftSBI.com, click on Get a Data God. Myself or one of the guys I work with will reach out. We'll give you help getting through this stuff. But this is a straight up nightmare that I just don't wish on anyone. All right. It's awful. We are not low cost, but we'll charge you quite a bit of money. It's straight up, because it's awful working through this stuff. It's not easy. Don't listen to anyone who says it is necessarily easy to get out, but you can do it. It just takes a lot of time and energy, and straightening out where all of a sudden that load that you had, that model that loaded in 30 seconds, now fails at the 2-hour load mark, and you gotta get that back up and running. Oh, it's a nightmare straightening that stuff out. All right, let's go. Let's talk about number 10. Often users are getting the wrong results inside of your DAX calculated columns, and it's super hard for them to do testing and making sure that those validations are right. The DAX calculated columns are just not easy to run tests off of once you get those in place. If you're doing your transformations upstream, there's all sorts of tools, queries, plugins, and things you can use to help you validate your data. If you're doing your transformations at the DAX calculated column, well, good luck. I hope you got it right, because it's going to be really hard for you to test if you got this stuff wrong. And frankly, that just leads to bad decisions, bad outcomes, and that can cause super massive problems inside of many different companies. All right. Now, I'm going to say number 11 should probably have been closer to number 9, but these load failures, because a lot of times people use DAX calculated columns because, oh, hey, I'm going to create a unique key to join something from one thing to another, and I'm going to do it in DAX, and that's going to be great. But then all of a sudden you get all of these load failures because it's at the absolute last minute where any column that's joining two tables is calculated. That join is attempted, and then your model will refuse and fail to refresh. And this is something that's super hard to troubleshoot and figure out what's going wrong, because you've made these transformations at the absolute end of your entire life cycle, right? So if you're doing it on every table in your model, and let's say you just have 10 tables in your model that you're refreshing, isolating that and finding the one that's causing this problem is very, very difficult. And 10 tables can be a really light model. I've seen models with hundreds upon hundreds of tables and relationships and joins in them. And when you're using calculated columns to bring this across, it just creates all sorts of problems. Okay, so just stop. All right, number 12. Okay, let's say you hate it, or you've got these problems and you've created these DAX calculated columns. You go, okay, I've got to move this upstream. You're in trouble, because now you're doing a proprietary far down the stream language that's just Microsoft wise, right? You're going to have to rewrite this into SQL, Python, or even Power Query in order to get that up and running. And then you're going to have to test it and validate it. No matter what, you encounter this need to rewrite your language. Worse, the number of people who know DAX are just a handful. And I mean, hey, great. I know DAX. You know, maybe if you're watching this channel, you know DAX, but not everyone else on the planet does. And if we talk about the number of professionals that are working in tooling, working in data, like it's SQL, Python, Power Query, and then I can't even graph it on here where DAX falls in on this. So that challenge of moving from like, hey, I've got in DAX to something else makes it, and the lack of skills, the lack of resources just makes it really difficult to do. It's something you need to bite the bullet and start moving those things as soon as possible, but it just makes it really hard to do. And that leads us right into it doesn't depend. No DAX columns, all right? Just none of them, right? Just don't do it, okay? I know you may love them, you may want to do that stuff. Just stop, okay? If you found this insightful or useful, leave a comment down below, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to duke it out, come on. Let's do it in the comments or over on X or over in LinkedIn. Let me know your thoughts. Love to hear from everyone. These are just 1 through 12. I got 8 more reasons to not use DAX calculated columns. So, you're going to be stepping up to the champ. I know there's a couple of you out there that are like staunch defenders. You ain't got much. You ain't got nothing on me, all right? Now, if you're finding this all overwhelming, head over to craosbi.com, click on Get a Data God, and myself or one of the other data gods will reach out to you, and we'll give you a helping hand because we're here to help you out, all right? You make this the best day ever because every day above ground is the best day ever. Peace. Baker Tilly Digital combines strategic industry insight and advanced technical expertise to uncover and solve your digital transformation challenges. If you're interested in learning more, check out our website at bakertilly.com/digital.